Mixin and include are both directives. The mixin directive lets you create CSS codes that is to be reused throughout the website, while the include directive lets you use the mixin. Let's see some examples of this in Dreamweaver. This is the HTML document that we will use as our example in using mixin and include. So let's observe the structure of this page. So inside the body, we have h1 followed by paragraph, and then we have another h1, and then ordered list. So let's see this in our browser. This is how our page looks like in our browser. So we will apply styles on this page using Sass with mixin and include directives. So let's start. Inside of our Dreamweaver, let's create a new subfolder here. Let's name this CSS, and then we will create a new Sass file. Let's say main.scss. Then let's open our main.scss. Let's add here mixin, followed by a name, let's say special heading, and then the block of our mixin. Let's write another mixin here. Both of these mixin are equal. Sass treats the hyphen and underscore as same character. So that is why you have to choose either underscore or hyphen. In this example, we will choose the underscore. So for special heading, we will write here font family or just font. We'll state here bold, the font size of 2EM, and Century Gothic. Let's give this a text decoration of underline and a color of light blue. So another one, let's create H1 here, and then we will state here that all H1 will contain a font of normal 1.5 EM, and it will be Helvetica. Color is black, and the text decoration is none. Let's also describe here a class. Let's name this a special head. Then we will include here the include directive special heading. Then let's add more. Let's write here paragraph. And let's state font normal 1EM with a font family of Tahoma. And then text align with justified with padding of 10 pixels. And then last thing, let's add here at the bottom UL, then LI. So we are doing nested Sass codes here. Then we will state here that the last child will be special. Okay, so let's save the changes and let's check the changes it made to our main.css. So there you go. And then let's go to our index.html and add the external style sheet. Let's use the main.css and rel style sheet. Okay, then let's go to the browser and then reload the file. Okay, so something went wrong. So it did not affect our headings as well as our unordered list. Okay, because basically this is ordered list. What we have defined in our Sass file is an ordered list. So let's go back to our Dreamweaver. Let's open our Sass file, and inside of this, let's change the UL to OL. And then another one, we have a class here, and we have to assign this class to the element that we want to target. So in this case, we want to target this one, class special head. Save the changes, go back to our browser, and then reload. There you go. So the styles that we applied on this page is not as good as the one that we are expecting. Our point here is we were able to apply the mixin and include attribute. So let's review what we did on this page. Let's go back to our Dreamweaver and then let's open our main.scss. So at the top, we defined a mixin and the name of the mixin is a special heading. And we added some properties together with its values. And then at the bottom, we created a class selector attaching the mixin that we have defined at the top by using the include directive. And then again, on our ordered list, at the last child of our li, meaning the last element of the list item, we included the mixin also. So whatever styles that we defined on our mixin special heading, it will affect the last child of our li that can be found inside of our ordered list. Let's go back again to our browser. This is the heading with the class name special head, and this is the last child of our ol from the li. Let's go back to our Dreamweaver. Let's add here another mixin, and let's name this my link. And let's give this cursor, pointer, text color. Let's choose this orange, and we will add this mixin into this part. So let's include here, include my link. Let's save the changes and let's check our main.css. Okay, so it added the cursor and color to our special head. Okay, so meaning a mixin can contain another mixin. So let's add more here. Let's add here another mixin, and we will call this boxed, and we will give it a parameter variable. So let's call this line color, and then line width, or let's say line size, and then line style. Then we will state here border using the line size, the line style, and line color. Then we'll include this mixin to this h1. Let's write here include boxed, and then supply the necessary values. For line color, we will give this, let's say, green, and then for the line size, we'll give this a value of 2 pixels, and then for the line style, we'll give this a value of solid. Let's save the changes, and then let's go to our main.css. Let's check for the h1. Okay, so there you go. We added a border here with 2 pixels because according to our Sass file, we will give our box a 2 pixels with solid style and the color is green. So that is why we have those values for our border. So let's go to our browser and then let's reload the page to see the changes. So there you go. Although the styles that we applied on this page is not as good as we are expecting, but we were able to use the mixin and include directives. Let's go back to Dreamweaver and let's add another Sass code. Let's write here mixin. Then we'll name this spaced. We'll add here margin, and we will give this a value of 20px, and padding, we'll give this a value of 0 pixels. Then we will write here that the margin will contain whatever value that we assign to our margin variable, and for padding, we'll also do the same. And then we will call this mixin inside of our li. So we will state here li include spaced, that is the name of our mixin here, spaced, and then we're not going to supply anything. So let's save the changes, and then let's go to our main.css for us to see what are the things that it added for us. Okay, so OLLI, it added a margin and the padding. So let's go back to our main.scss and then open our browser. Then let's reload so that we can see the changes in our page. So there you go. It added the spaces between the lines of our ordered list. Okay, so let's go back to our Dreamweaver. So mixin can have parameters, and at the same time, parameters can be assigned with default values. So that's all for this video, and see you in the next lectures.